Nebraska Medicine called on once again to be front and center in dealing with the epidemic known as Ebola. It's a deadly virus that has taken a toll on Western African countries. It has claimed the lives of 300 people in the Congo recently. Good evening, I'm Craig DeGrelli.
And I'm Megan Hahn. An American potentially exposed to the virus is now here in Omaha. Doctors are watching to see if that person might have symptoms of Ebola. Senior reporter Jake Wazakowski is live to explain.
Well, guys, the person is not considered a patient by the Nebraska Medical Center because they're being observed for the symptoms and are not in the biocontainment unit. Doctors say they're even better prepared this time around. The Ebola virus has returned to Africa. About 4 years ago, the virus claimed the lives of 11,000 people. The Nebraska Medical Center says they're now monitoring a person brought to them from the Congo by an air ambulance and secured vehicle.
They were on a humanitarian medical mission in Africa. They had a potential exposure to Ebola.
This is video of the actual biocontainment unit, but the person is being monitored in a secured area with designated staff watching for symptoms, not the biocontainment unit. Though they haven't shown signs, they're still isolated from the general public.
We took a lot of pains to make sure that this individual could be provided comfortable accommodation in a secure area.
In 2014, Nebraska Medicine treated multiple patients with the deadly virus. Since then, they've continued to improve training and care and have renovated a space to observe as many as 6 people. If they develop symptoms, they'd be transferred to a higher level of care.
If there was any silver lining to the outbreak in 2014, 2015, is a much higher level of preparedness throughout the country to evaluate somebody, and then a network of hospitals that are set up to do that evaluation and then transfer to a biocontainment unit, much like ours.
Doctors want Nebraskans to know Ebola can only be transmitted through blood and body fluid, and that the person being monitored is currently not contagious and doesn't have the virus. That unidentified person will be monitored for up to 3 weeks. And doctors say symptoms are apparent in 7 to 10 days, but can start much like a cold or the flu. Again, so far 300 people have recently died in Africa from the Ebola virus. Reporting live, Jake Wazakowski, 3 News Now.
The biocontainment unit was actually commissioned in 2005, but first used back in 2014. 3 people were exposed to Ebola while working in Africa. All 3 were brought here, including a reporter. Ashoka Mukpo was treated there for more than 2 weeks before finally being declared Ebola-free and being released. We spoke with Ashoka this weekend, and you can see that story on our website, 3newsnow.com.